Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I got it off. I got it off. What is it? It sounds like it's breathing. Yeah.
Calling.
You always forget to initial that thing. That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing.
I was gonna call you today and see if you did, because my file needs.
I'll try and do it tomorrow. Hey, Rose looks really good.
Welcome to a meeting of the Stamford Selectboard. If you have a matter to discuss that is not included on the agenda, you may do so by addressing the chairperson and stating your name and address. You will notice that all our meetings are recorded, and this is to aid with the summarization of the minutes. Visitors are welcome, and we allow 5 minutes of comments per visitor and 15 minutes per topic. Discussions will be held in a common, civilized manner and respectful of others. Select board members present are
Mike Canal.
Nancy Bashika.
Doug Wright.
Lori, will there be any adding of items or removing items from tonight's agenda?
No, I am not.
I just have old business, like the dog update, and that's about it. Will there be any adjustments to the agenda, such as changing the order of items? And Jeb is recording tonight's meeting for his YouTube video. Did you hear from John Dunn if he's coming?
Sean McGuire.
Kurt called and said he couldn't come, but I have not heard from John.
Okay. Hearing of visitors.
Oh,
Okay, Lisa.
I'm here about planning commission stuff. We want to apply for the grant, for the municipal grant, to either rewrite the town plan or the bylaws. We're not sure which. We want to name VCRC as the agent, and so
You would pay for either one, is that what it's?
yeah, we'd have to pick one of two, and I guess if we work with VCRC, they will look at our town plan and our bylaws and see which one really needs the most work.
Okay,
Most help with, so we pick one with their help.
okay.
I just sort of need a verbal agreement from the select board to go forward.
So you don't have to do both, they're gonna let you know.
Yeah, well.
It-
Really just need
It
one.
doesn't one expire at
2 years, the town plan expires for 2 years, so I'm thinking it probably leave that way, but they also said our bylaws seemed out of date,
well, they're the ones that
so, no, I know that. So I sort of just need a verbal agreement from the board that we can kind of go forward. This big September 1st, is when they can start doing this is the 20-page application, and Callie can help us with it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a formal resolution page here for you to sign, but I can just get a verbal agreement now. She can start helping with it.
Yeah, you just wanna use that. Yeah.
How much is the grant, and is there any match?
I don't know about that. I think it's 30,000. I'm not sure about any match stuff. And there's 5 or 6 towns that are applying for it, and there's only 3 that get it. So it's about 50-50 if we'll get it.
Okay.
I guess.
Question, Matt. Can you
They were
find?
here, they had mentioned that at the meeting when they were here, and I don't remember what they're looking at.
If you would let us know for sure, because it'd have to go in your budget. Yep. What do we have to do then?
So I just need a verbal okay to go forward from the board, and then I can get you the papers and stuff, and Callie can start helping fill some stuff out. The
You
little-
guys
good.
feel?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good.
The
Okay.
grant, because we can't put it until the 1st of September, but we can start working on it.
Can you make a motion to
Motion.
Second.
move ahead? All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, proceed.
Thank you.
I
You,
don't
Jim,
know
you
if
had something.
I don't know if you want to put it under old business or what it's got in regards to the sign, putting the new sign up, or the old sign up. Is there?
Be here as a visitor, you're a sign person.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Go ahead.
All right.
Whatever you want, Jim.
So I kind of, anyways, the sign, I got a hold of the Whitco. I think you had mentioned Whitco, somebody else had mentioned Whitco. I finally got a hold of him. He came out here today with his cyber truck. Called me this morning and said he'd meet me out here at 11. Got to ride the cyber truck too.
What's
But
a
anyways.
cyber truck?
It's
Elon Musk.
Elon
Tesla.
Musk.
Oh,
The Tesla. They're nuts.
oh.
Oh my
It's
God.
amazing.
Anyways, so he will put this sign up. The reason why I call him is so that he can get the sign up above the generator.
Mhm.
Okay. And so when he came out and he looked at it, he said it needs to be kind of safety, it's at school, blah, blah, blah. So he's got a frame that he wants to manufacture to install it onto the building.
Take that frame off.
No,
He's gonna
oh,
leave
that's
that.
gonna set right into this.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a ledger. You're familiar with it. So it's a ledger, but he's gonna make an iron thing so that this just pops right
Yep.
into it. And so, with the cost, he quoted us two costs. One for putting up a new sign, utilizing similarities to the church. I showed him where the church is, showed him that sign. So he can make us a new sign. That was what they, and erected. So he quoted us $800 to install this with the frame and everything.
Mhm.
And it was basically, I'll do this for $800. But if I can get this job too, the sign. So I said, well, quote it appropriately. And so basically what it did, it came in at $3,500 to have the whole thing done. And that's installing, digging the holes, concrete, foundation, the whole thing, $3,500. That out there is, I think he said, I have the quote with me. 500, excuse me.
So that covers the town office, library, kind of sign.
Well, that's what I'm
It's
waiting
gonna-
for. I just wanna make sure it's.
$3,500, $3,510 would cover both sides.
Take the $10 off.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That was just,
$800 for that one,
yes,
$2,700 for that one, make it, install it.
dig the holes, everything.
So you, okay.
So the
And we
total
have
is,
the design that we picked out before, it said Stamford, school, town office, library,
right,
He has-
double-sided.
actually,
Yeah.
Lori.
Yeah, and he knows the sizes and all that. Make
Yeah.
sure it falls in the right, cause I don't want to see this again.
No, it's not gonna happen again.
What
Do we have a
dimensions?
copy of the
It's
quote?
their business.
What are the dimensions?
Big as can be. Billboard
Copy of
size.
the code.
What's the size?
So that's the quote. If we wanna install it ourselves, take off $5 or $510.
What's the size for that sign?
What's the
The size for the sign that's going out by the road?
That's gonna be, I think it's like 3 by,
I don't know what you guys are saying.
anyways, I'm not sure. It's whatever his, I think it's 4 by 6 maybe? How big is the church? Does
I don't
anybody
know.
that yet? I know
Do
it
you
was,
have a quote for this? Did he give you a quote? Does it not have a size on it?
We have a size that we have to fall within, and I thought John
oh, I'm
did it,
sorry, hold on a minute.
went right to
He's
the
got a
max.
it is 4 by 6.
Yeah, cause John, when he had the plan,
Double sided.
he had one right to the maximum.
Double.
So it's 4
At that time,
That's only 24 square feet.
You're gonna need glasses.
at that time, we found out we could go bigger after, right?
So 6 by 4 is not the
Can I
biggest.
get
Oh.
copies of that?
It's 64 square feet if you want.
Now, because we went, we go by the state now, instead of our bylaw, right?
So
No, we
this,
go by our bylaws now.
No, ours is 12.
which follow the state.
Yes.
Right, but before that was changed. I
Bylaw
don't,
now
don't
says
matter.
we follow
It
the
don't
state.
matter.
Bylaw says.
I don't care.
We're making.
We've already voted on that size before.
Yeah.
When John was here.
I think this one is like 24 square feet.
So, 2,700 for a 4x6 out there,
Yes, ma'am.
and we have $350 donated to it already for that. And you have probably about $300 to install the sign on the building. So where are we getting the rest?
That's my question.
Okay.
Where were you gonna get a sign, well, that's where we're sitting here wondering
Yeah.
how we're gonna put a sign.
How much do we have in the community?
About $350. Because $350 was donated for a new sign. So in the town report it says
We have like $741.
That was left in the community?
no.
No, that's counting the new donation.
2 years. Wait,
That's what's in the account, that's what's in the
Whoa.
account, 741. But 350 were donations that people gave toward having a new sign. So that would leave
About 300 for there, and we'd have 350 for there. Okay. Pam?
So I know no one wants to hear this, but the town took grant money, thousands and thousands of dollars of grant money. Took it, used it to install a sign, then took that sign and took it away. The people who gave us the grant money, they're just SOL out of thousands of dollars. Now we're going to ask the taxpayers to pay another $3,500 to get a new sign after all of this. Like, I object. You don't want to spend $50 to do anything. You don't want to spend $50 to mail out letters to people in town. But now we're going to spend thousands of dollars of the taxpayers' money to replace a sign when we already had a sign. First of all, it's stealing. I'm sorry, it's stealing. That money was stolen from the grant organizations. The town should be refunding that money to the grant organizations that gave it to us. Yes, that's number one. Number two, I'm going on record as a taxpayer that I don't think the taxpayer should be asked to fund this sign.
Well, we didn't say anything yet how we're doing this, but we just know that there's.
It's wrong. The whole thing has been wrong since day one,
Okay.
and it is wrong, and it is wrong to expect the taxpayers to pay for this.
Okay.
I mean, not to get in an argument, I disagree with you. I do agree with you that it's common sense wrong. I agree with that 100%, but legally I don't agree with you. So legally it's not stealing. I want to make sure that I go on record that the selectmen didn't steal a thing. We got a grant, we had a committee, we put faith in the committee didn't do it, follow the procedure. We got the grant, whether you take it or you don't, whatever you spend it on, if someone was to burn that sign the next day, it'd be gone too. It's not the select board's fault that that sign, well, to a point, the select board didn't follow through with the committee. But the committees, we put faith in the committee, the people running it, they didn't follow through. They didn't do it right. We had one person in town that complained about it, and it brought it up. It probably should have never happened. I never thought it should have happened. I agreed with Jim way back in day one that the state, we were exempt. We went down this path for 3 years now.
Nobody would verify.
Right, and we had some people cause a lot of problems. We spent money on lawyers. We did do our due diligence after the fact, and
Just reminded me of that, so not only we're paying for the sign,
sure.
we're also paying all the
Sure.
legal
Well,
fees
so
that we
let
had
me
to go
fin-
through because of this.
Yep. So, but the select board puts our faith in every, committee, every, board, every employee in this town, and we are not highway department, we are not planning board, we are not secretaries or clerks. I mean, we put our faith in that, and hey, once in a while something went wrong, and I don't believe that if you go back at the beginning, and I don't really want to argue too much about it because I'm sick of the sign. I wanted it to stay up, I wanted the old sign to stay up, I wanted a new sign to stay up, and I want this sign to stay up. I never was against a sign ever, you know, ever. I never complained about it. It doesn't matter. But when it comes to the payment now, yeah, it does suck that we did have a grant, they took it down. We do have that sign that we took the grant for. We still do have it, and we will be putting it up. That's good, at least. While we're on that, I would like to know where the old sign was. We said something about someone, a private person was storing it. I
It's
don't
over
think
at
that we
the-
should do that. I think that should come back to the town. Should not be in a private person's hands, unless they want to buy it from us for an antique or something. But, I mean, that's just a personal opinion.
That's the sign that Darrell Pico wanted to store in his
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
because
just,
we,
you know,
historical society,
This,
has no
this
place
is
to put
gone,
it.
this is gone, like a long time ago, I think it was Kurt said, it was a good thing that went bad. People had good intentions and it went bad over nothing. Now it's gonna cost us, like you said, it's gonna cost us $3,000 minus the donations or whatever. I had already said I'm gonna donate money, so it's probably gonna be about 2,000 when we're all said and done.
What's the legal fees? It's a lot of money.
Oh,
Yes,
And I
it is.
sat on this
I agree.
board and we went
I agree.
back and forth, we go back and forth about gravel for the roads and all the stuff.
Oh yeah, I agree with you there.
Really,
I don't-
this is really.
I don't
bad.
agree that this select
Really
board,
bad.
complains about spending $50. I don't agree with that at all. We've spent plenty of money, $500,000 for a fire truck. So we don't complain about $50. I don't agree with that. But I do believe that this board is fiscally responsible. And I do believe that there was a mistake when, I guess, every time we do something like this, we have to follow through, make sure it follows the bylaws. And, you know, you read the bylaws, you know. I bet you $1,000 there ain't a person in here that knows every one of them bylaws right now. You know, it's just the way it is. You want to bet? We'll bet. That's fine. We'll bet. And I bet you can't even interpretate half the damn things, right? You know, and that's why we're redoing it, right? So it's not about fighting about or arguing. It's at the end of the day, do we want a sign up? I know you don't want, as a taxpayer, you don't want to pay for it. I know. And you definitely have a personal feeling about this because you were involved in it. So there's emotions in it with you. You're not a robot. You have
It's not
emotions.
just emotions, it cost me a lot of money, I mean, a lot of
It's,
money
you know,
out of my own pocket.
I understand
It's
that.
now
And
gone,
that's something.
and now has to be done over
And
again.
I'm sorry, and that's something you chose to do. That's what they call donations. That's like me going up and donating to the church, and then the next day someone says, "Oh, we don't want it anymore." The bishop comes and takes it away. Hey, they just took a church away down here, and her family started it. How do you feel about that?
Not happy.
Exactly. So you know, when we donate, you have to let it go.
Yeah.
It's like giving your kid money. Let it go. They're not paying you back. You know?
Well, anyway.
So I know, I feel for you, I do. I'm not mad
It's
at
not
you.
about me. It's
I
not
feel
about
I
me.
feel
It's
bad.
about the stupidity of this entire thing.
I
Well,
agree.
let's not,
Never
let,
gonna
maybe
allow
And
it
you know,
won't happen
Pam,
again.
I've agreed
I know.
right along with you about this stupidity.
Maybe it won't happen again.
Yep, so hopefully we learned a lesson. It's expensive lessons, I understand that. That, you know, every single time that there's a mistake, when there's a mistake here, you know, we hear it. But when there's good stuff, we never hear it. You know, it's like when I told Dave, when you're plowing the road, you're gonna hear the mistakes, you'll never hear the good stuff. That, you know, we did make a mistake. We should have followed up. You were on the board. We should have followed up, right? You should have followed up and
I
said,
don't wanna get into a big
no,
thing,
but we
the
should have
bottom-
said-
The bottom line is, it was not the board's fault, although the board was totally involved, including myself.
I guess the board should have said, we better make sure we get a permit for that. But I didn't believe we
But-
needed a permit.
And
Okay,
but
we
that's-
did
it is
not
what-
know.
That's old stuff that was.
I agree,
done.
Yeah.
I agree. You know, it's my moment to talk, so I'm talking, you know? I haven't been here in 2 weeks.
I don't believe that there was, during the whole entire process, I don't believe any one person was intended any ill will.
No,
It was the way people
Wow.
interpreted. No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
okay.
I don't think so. I don't think he meant
No.
any ill will. He believed that things were this way, and I agree with that.
Okay, there were certain people that didn't like the sign, the new sign.
That's right.
Well, I don't know. I just talking about the process. They
Oh,
didn't,
right,
you know,
but
it's
that,
like-
when you don't like something and you dig to find the process was wrong,
it was found.
that's kind of vindictive. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, we're at this point where we are now.
Right.
Right? So you came up, you said we got $3,500, we got about what, $750, call it $1,000, I'll donate $250 right now. Right now, I'll give it to you before I leave. So there's $250. Now you got $250. That's a lot more than any taxpayer will pay.
So,
So now what I'm just saying is okay, now you got $2,500 you gotta come up with. And whatever we have available funds in our select board or planning board, whatever it takes, we'll do it. We'll figure it out. You know,
and put it to bed. Be
to
done.
get a sign.
That's
up.
my,
Done.
That's the whole point is we don't have a sign. That's sad. It's sad we had to call the lawyer. That's sad. I was against that too, but that's another, I'm not trying to run for a select board by any means. So that's, you know, it's just the way it is, you know.
So if we accept this quote, he's willing to start this week.
He's, okay, and who is this again?
I mean-
Whitco,
Whitco.
WHI?
You have a copy of this quote.
It's not on here.
No, I got the other part of that. For some reason, the way he printed it out.
Can I just ask though, can we be certain we want it to be 4x6 before we go ahead? Because like maybe
He's
put a
stated.
mock-up.
What does it say, 4x6?
That's
I
the
know,
quote.
I mean, is that a sufficient size? Just saying.
What size?
Well,
Which
so
size is the church?
at the time, we were told that's what we had to fall within.
It's about
If you want to stretch it out, that's
It's
up
like
to
2
me,
square
you know, up to
feet.
you guys.
The church is
Um,
12 square feet.
12 square. It's
Oh,
2 square feet. That was.
Oh, you do tell the upper part, yeah.
How
yeah,
much
was
is it?
bigger.
Cut off that bumpy
Yeah.
part, it's 12 square feet. But, yeah, it's 19.
3x4?
Yeah.
So this-
Be bigger.
Okay.
I told
Still-
20
Still be within,
I agree, I
That's a lot.
understand, I do, I feel your pain.
Okay.
Painful.
Do you want
I
this?
understand.
No, you.
Okay.
So this quote doesn't say if it's the rectangle
big
one
picture,
that
it's
I
not that
showed him, or if it's gonna have the hump like the church. This doesn't say what.
If it has the hump, you have to include
So-
that whole section.
So I got his commitment today that I would work alongside of him to make sure, and I would make sure that you were involved as well before any actual design is put on the CNC machine.
And it also doesn't say what it's made out of. Is it wood that weathers? Is it?
He's got
fiberglass?
several
Is it-
different composites,
So
or
we don't even.
This
This is
is
know.
what does the quote say for material?
Doesn't say
Well, you gotta make sure we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna use.
plywood.
Double-sided monumental sign and posts, but
I just want to go on record in saying that I like the new sign, the big sign that's behind the generator. I like the sign. I like the idea that it will be mounted on the school, but I really don't like it mounted there without, just for safety reasons. I'm just leery about it. This building is 65, 70 years old. That scares me.
The siding, remember 3 years ago when they power washed
Oh.
the siding and the siding was falling apart?
Yep.
I mean, the siding is
Yeah,
not.
they're not gonna screw it into the siding, they're gonna find studs. and put it in the studs.
Yeah, I
That's
just
why
want to
he's
go on
putting
record and
that.
say, I'm scared, I don't like that.
I
I'm
put-
not an engineer, but
I've put
That's
signs
me.
up down at St. Stan's into the cement.
Right.
You know, into the
Mhm.
brick, you know, you do it right, you engineer it, you make sure you do it. I did it on Eagle Street for my wife's store. You have to have it, and you have insurance for that, that's
I was
exactly.
gonna say too, also, before he starts, make sure he gives the insurance to Lori. We've got the specifications that we need for that.
motion?
Not yet, Bill, hold on. Still working on money here, don't push us. Okay,
So I would, you know, we're gonna have to find out what the material needs to be.
Yeah, I mean,
and
all
so
that
on.
stuff has got to be.
Yeah.
This was, the gentleman just came today. I brought him right in here because I knew Lori was inside. We talked.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't wanna have to paint it every year, so if it's,
No,
if it's
well, we
weather, you know, pressure.
We were in kind of an agreement that
Yeah,
that
both of them
plastic
for that.
peels, laminate stuff we didn't
existing
like.
sign
Yeah.
rigging,
But
cleat
I've heard
fabrication
that
installation,
they
800 on the building.
press it right into the sign. It doesn't peel, it doesn't fade, it becomes part of the sign, so that
Yeah.
really isn't a bad.
I mean, I'm not a
We'd
sign
have to
builder.
put the
I know
post
he,
and cement and all that.
another process that he was telling me
$500
about
off
is
this,
they actually carve, he has a
I think we
CNC.
should let him do it,
So
be
it's
done with
carved.
it, and
So So etched in. or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever, but
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, it's not hanging.
I don't know, I
I
will, as soon as
misunderstood.
you
I
guys
thought
give
we
the
did
okay, I'll
ourselves
call
and
them
it
and,
was
you know,
cost.
get all the details, and
No,
if it's not,
All right,
I'll just make
Okay.
sure that
So
you
my,
guys
understood
are
that.
aware of it.
listen, I don't mind doing it, I want it done right, and I wanna make sure that we know where the money's coming from before we do it, because if this guy does it and we go, well, geez, we just said it, we don't have money.
I've been
you know.
down this road before of letting it just happen and then we have trouble.
Right,
We
so
don't
we
have
gotta
all
make sure
the
we have
details.
some money.
No,
in the
So $500 off of this if we install it ourselves,
Yeah.
that's
But
what
then
we
you
said.
gotta find somebody to install it.
Okay. What's that? What else was there?
And I'll go on the record to say that I have nothing to do with it. I just took the ball and dribbled it down the court. That's all.
Because and again, and I don't know this guy at all, you know, never didn't meet him, but John had a price that was a lot less for a sign. But that was no installation or anything, right? It sounds like most of the prices for installing it, right? Or no, I'm sorry.
No, it's $510
It's only
for
500,
installation.
okay, yeah.
Right.
So I don't know, didn't John have a price?
He did, and now the guy is reachable and
Okay.
so it's kind of a dead end.
I mean,
Well-
personally, that for that amount of money, and it's gonna be there for the rest of my life, I'd do it in a second. But
Yeah.
make sure we have the money.
We can take it out of selectmen's expense, be done with it,
You know, what's
finish all
really,
the community's money and get rid of all that money,
No,
get
it's
rid of
really-
the donation.
because of
the
all
rest
this, I guess, I don't really wanna call it stupidity, but this lack of knowledge that happened, it cost us almost that much money to talk to a lawyer that said, I'm not sure.
Well, that's one of those things where it was an expensive
$1,000.
education.
He said he wasn't sure,
Okay, and before we start the sign or anything,
you know?
please
We
be in
should
touch with Pam, cause she said she would take care of the flowers, depending where the sign is going and how and
I
when.
don't, those thousands of dollars worth of plants in that bed, and I want to make sure they're taken care of. I can't stand to see them just be trashed. So,
I actually
If
mentioned
I
it
had
to
it-
him today, is there any way we can kind of add that landscape without messing it up in there? No.
the whole thing's gotta be dug up, everything's gotta be done.
How long do you want to start that? I'll have him sign it.
So, there could be nothing worse than trying to dig those plants up right now, because we are in a drought, it is hot, it is not good. If I had it my way, we would not dig up those plants for another 2 weeks. And if it stays dry like this, even in 2 weeks, I'm gonna have to be up here watering them, and making the ground be not
I don't know,
drought-like.
I don't know if they're, how long this sign's gonna take Bill and I were talking about getting this sign up before school started. That was our goal, until we gave him the information about a new sign. And then he was all about, okay, well, I can give you a deal on this, because this was the original $1,200. So, I mean, he's got to run staging and
Well,
stuff
he
like that.
wants to do the one that's on the school first, because
Yeah.
that's where you can't be doing that once the kids are.
Right,
I mean, you
exactly,
could, but it would be good.
So how far back from the original sign, where the flowers are, how far back are we now?
Are we?
What do you mean?
Where we have to put the new
Just
one?
out of
We
the
can put it in front of it.
state highway right away, right?
So why aren't we putting that right back to where it was at if we can?
Because
It's going the wrong way.
as far as the landscaping goes, the whole bed is now, instead of being parallel to the road,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
horizontal to the road.
Okay,
The whole
okay.
thing
I got
is
it,
just
yeah.
gone now. Plus,
Okay.
plus all that plant material was designed to go with a completely different sign. I'm just gonna
Right, right.
dig it up and try to make it work as best I can,
Mhm.
so we don't just throw away all the plants.
Right. I understand now.
I don't care where you put
Turning
the
that
sign,
sign
I'm just,
different.
I wasn't involved with where we're putting the sign. We'll put the sign wherever you
Well,
want.
you guys put the sign wherever.
Where it,
No,
where it
no,
has to be.
I'm just saying that the plant material is set up for a different sign.
No, I
We're
understand
in a
now, yeah, we're
different
turning,
direction.
yeah,
Now
we're or turn it so we can see it both ways. That was one
It
thing.
seems like it
I
should,
got you.
it seems
Yeah.
like it should be right where the first sign was, in the middle of the property, and back far enough.
Well, just
from
make sure it
the
goes
state
in the right place. I don't care. And be honest with you, it don't matter to me whether you got a sign up with flowers or not, and it's nothing against your flowers. I'm not a flower guy. But, they look great and all that, but I wanna put a sign up so when people are driving by, they know what this is. I mean,
Yeah.
Laurie's had people call and say, I don't know where you are.
Right.
So, but we wanna make sure we don't have to move it again.
Well,
'Cause
so just, even though I was totally 100% not involved in the whole sign process, I didn't get involved literally until it got installed. But I do know this. What I believe is the reason that sign was put so close to the road was because they were trying to leave space in between the sign and the flagpole for something else, like a bench, or at one point they were even talking about a gazebo
Like a
out there.
assembly,
So really, I don't wanna complicate it too much, but before you just slap the sign in somewhere,
get it as close to the
you
road
might
as
wanna-
possible
You
without,
might wanna think about what else might possibly be able to be done there in
God.
that
We
island.
don't have any
I don't wanna
money.
think about that anymore.
And we just gotta make sure that it's, the
No.
site both ways coming out of the
But-
drive, or
Yeah.
that way.
Right.
Coming out, that it doesn't block the site.
It's gotta be 25 feet from the center. of the road.
Right, it's not gonna block it if you're back. 45
And one
feet.
other thing, I know you brought up before about a permit, because the state owns the land in front. They do
11,
not.
11 permit, yeah.
They do not. We do not need a permit.
Who said?
We looked at the state right of ways. The state didn't take any land in front
No,
of the
we're
school
talking
at all.
about, so
Yeah.
there was something brought up that there was,
That the
the
state took
land.
the land in front of the school. They didn't.
It's not, the state did not take the land. The way it was presented, you're correct.
Mhm.
It was not taken. We own the land,
Correct.
It's a right of way.
and it's an easement.
Easement.
It's so it's for the state. On most municipalities, they have an easement in front of their town hall so that they can store, or if an emergency comes up, state, and federal government's got the
Mhm.
right to put their stuff anywhere they want.
That's fine.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
And so,
Wow.
now,
Yeah.
this came from the main project guy for the whole state of Vermont. That's where where I got the information.
Yeah.
I
So-
think-
'Cause we searched records, land records, and the state did not take anything from the town other than drainage rights up that over there.
I'm just telling
I
you
know,
what he
yeah.
had mentioned.
So we're good.
I told him that a certain person here in town had brought
We can put
these
the sign
claims
up.
forward.
Yeah.
And he
Just
said,
contact AOT.
yeah,
It's that simple.
it's that simple.
Russell will come over and go, you're all set.
Yep,
Yep.
that's
So
what
we don't have to worry.
It's
about
So-
right there.
That's
We
exactly
tried
what I was
this.
just gonna say.
with the original sign, not that it's necessarily gonna work any better this time, but if I were you, I would get a couple of stakes and mark the location of the sign, like, here's where it's gonna be. Mark it, so
They
people
are
can
in
look
there.
at it.
It is in there, isn't it?
I
Or it was
disagree.
state.
If you
Yeah, but-
disagree, don't give them up, Mark, just, they're gonna wake up one morning, the sign's gonna be there,
Huh?
then they can complain.
I can contact.
Well, and that worked out real well
Yeah,
last
thank you.
Well,
Let's do it.
we have
Put
crossed
some
our
stakes in, please.
T's, right? And we've
I'll have
crossed,
them do
we've
it.
dotted our
Yes.
i's.
Thank you.
So,
Tell them where we can put it in.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we'll go from there.
Dave
Then
will
we'll
do
decide if
that.
that's what we like, if we have to come back a little better.
Okay.
And then, let's get back to the money of where we're gonna get the money to buy it. We have money, we can use money.
I make a motion that we clean out the, community project funds account.
yeah.
Close that out, use all their money.
Mhm.
The rest come out of selectmen's expenses, and if we over budget, if we're over, we're over. We gotta pay for it.
Okay.
Second, somebody.
Except for you still don't have an actual quote, right?
Yeah, we do.
3510.
Yeah, we do.
But I thought you just said you don't even know what the material is.
so.
He's gonna
so
check.
The
As long as
material,
we're-
it doesn't matter, we have to sit down and design we could use any one of the composites they have, or any,
We're-
the.
He doesn't
metal,
have that, but he's not gonna make it. He's
He
gonna
won't
check
charge
it.
us on that.
Okay.
It would be easier if you put it on his CNC, just bang it, it's done.
Well,
Right.
he can show you everything.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Just selecting expenses, whatever expenses we had, I think probably the attorney might have come out of it last year, I don't know.
No,
Okay.
just so we don't shortchange yours, so I got no problem, but I just, we need to have some.
So-
If we go over, we go over, we gotta spend it.
You're gonna
so.
just hate
You
this,
done
but I'm
with
just gonna bring it up, I'm sorry. So we buy this sign, another few $1,000s, buy this sign, and it says Stamford School, Town Office, Libraries, presumably what it's gonna say.
But we
And
have
then
a picture of it.
the school is no longer here.
Mhm.
Then what's gonna happen? Then we're gonna have a
Wait out.
$3,500 sign that says the school's here, but it's really not here.
25.
Cross that bridge.
Well, I just, you
There'll be a
know,
lot bigger problem if the school isn't here than what the
well,
sign says.
I mean, believe me, I understand that.
Well,
Same thing for the town office.
We still have the sign.
it's gonna be going like this, so we just saw that top right up.
Unless, I'll have that conversation with him, tomorrow or whenever.
Well, if it's CNC routed in, it's gonna be there, you can't.
No, I'm just saying, if it doesn't CNC it, if we decide to do something
If you
different,
want to do letters,
or if we end up
That's
turning
expensive.
vinyl into it,
I
you
mean,
can always go over it.
you could actually, in theory, make it in 3 different.
yeah,
Stanford School.
that's a good idea. So,
Stanford
I have a
Town
dumb
Office,
question.
Stanford Library.
We're going 24 square foot if we did this design. What did you say the max is now? Like, oh, so there's all kinds of room, right? So let's just say that 24 and the sign was, because she's saying, that's a good idea. If we had 3 different
Panels,
panels that went into this frame, and he could say, okay, the first letter is, I don't know, 8 inches, call it.
Yeah.
You know, 8 inch, 8 inch, 8 inch, comes out to be,
We could go 8
That
feet,
24.
8 feet.
yeah, I'm just saying, if we can, you know, look at, because we know what the other sign looks like, we know what the old sign looked like, we could read both of them. So anything in that area of that sign, and if you divide it by 3 and say, okay, 10, 10, 10, it's 30 by, 60 or whatever, I'm sure that material is not gonna change that. The design is where all the numbers are. You know, he's gonna
Maybe we
program
have
it.
a sign, a solid sign, and then, raise it up for flower bud reasons, make it a little bit higher than,
Yes, I mean, you got snow.
Yeah.
right, plus the
Mhm.
snow.
Well, it has to be like, there's limitations to it where we're putting it, but, like you said, like the churches over there, we know we've already done a few signs here, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be high.
I'm just saying that if you had the, the regular, all the writing up here,
Mhm.
then you would still have room to put add-ons on the bottom.
Well, she's asking about subtraction, not add.
I mean, do you
Oh.
think that's a,
I don't think we'd ever have add-ons.
I don't wanna
Never
bring
know.
that up
No,
at this time.
I mean, and also, it's gonna be a little awkward anyway, because there's it's not level, it goes away, so, the front legs are gonna be shorter than the
Yeah.
legs towards the school,
Mhm.
so the bigger you make it, the more funky that's gonna look.
Yeah. Well, that's where the flowers come in.
I like the 4x6.
I do too.
Alright.
It's
So we
actually
made a
bigger.
motion, we seconded it,
Okay.
we're good. I think we voted, we all said aye. Do it.
Voted on what?
I feel like I'm done.
Whoa. I'm not saying I'm against it, but did we voted? I don't
Well, we
remember.
didn't vote.
Whoa.
Oh,
I gotta
I'm
take
sorry,
that.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, I'll tell you, you're slipping that
I
right
wanna
in there.
get this
Don't
done.
second it.
What are we voting on?
Voting
To
on.
go ahead with the quote, make sure that you check on the material. Dave's gonna call the state and make sure that we're putting it in the right spot. Pam, are you saying that you're volunteering to do the landscaping?
Is that an every year landscaping and keep up with it, or is that just
Well,
this year?
This
You know
year.
what?
Well, she don't know what she's doing next
When
year.
the old sign was there, I offered to take care of it 100% in perpetuity, I'm not doing that.
What's
again.
perpetuity?
What's the old sign? The
Until
first
I'm
one?
dead.
First one, the second one, or this one? First one?
I offered to do that with the old sign, that was before the fiasco, so I'm not
Okay.
really ready to commit to that.
So you're
I
bitter,
will-
are you bitter?
I will- I'm very pissed off.
I'm sorry.
The whole entire thing.
I'm sorry. Me too.
I will commit to digging up these plants.
Just
And
initially.
I will commit to replanting them, but you know, I don't know what's gonna happen with the soil. Pretty sure that John Dole, donated 5 yards of soil to make that bed out there. It's like a whole big production. I mean, it's a big production to do that over again, believe me, it's not 10 minutes worth of work.
I could
It's a
donate
big
some
deal.
topsoil.
So my question is again, are you going to
God,
do that?
yes, I'll do it.
So my
I'll
next
do it.
thing would be is,
I'll do it. I'm not committing to buying any new plants.
no, if they live, they live.
I
Right.
will take what plants that I think are appropriate, that I can save, replant them, and we'll go from there.
And if they
I'll
live, they
see how
live.
it
If they don't, they
feels.
don't.
We'll see
Right.
how I
Okay.
feel. I wasn't even done with that bed yet.
Okay.
I still had plenty of good stuff to do.
Oh, so you still owe us some more volunteer time.
Okay, so we're good, like,
So,
I
no,
actually don't
seriously,
even really
seriously
wanna
now.
talk about this.
Listen, seriously, thank you. Thank you for
You
the
don't have to
past.
thank-
I'm saying, I never thank anybody if I have to. So look at, seriously, thank you for that. That is important because that's what we need, just like they just did this mine
Yeah.
out here. Thank you, because that's what Kurt's been talking about. So, thank you.
Everything looks nice the first year, and then after that,
And thank you.
Well,
down.
that's because we have a lack of community.
That wants to work on.
We need to address.
Thank you, Dave.
That's
Wants
where
to
I'm
work on.
gonna, that's where I'm going to
Okay.
take my leave.
Thank you, Pam.
Have a
Thanks,
wonderful
Pam.
evening. Good night.
Jim and Pam, keep in touch with sign. Thank you.
All right.
So now,
Are we kissing his ass over there? Thank you, Dave.
So we
Yeah.
made the motion for the money, we're gonna, do you need another motion to move forward with the sign, or you're all just in agreement?
the
Let's
money,
move forward. I think that's what we're all talking about, so let's do it all.
yes,
Yeah, we can't make money, we can't motion money if we're not doing the
We're
sign.
just
Right.
doing that,
So-
it's all good.
Motion to do the money because we're doing the sign. Do the sign too.
all
And
in
you're just gonna
favor?
follow
Or did
through
you
with that.
second?
Thank you, Jim.
Did you second it
Well, I will
before?
second.
Did he second before?
I will second.
Okay.
Okay.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 You done? Let's go.
15 minutes, mine.
Okay.
My goodness.
Any other visitors for this? No.
Not for the sign.
What do you want?
Thomas Nazuki on County Road.
Can you
Sweet.
spell that?
Nazzi.
Oh,
Crap. What's going on up on, by the high tension boys with all the partying and,
Oh, she's back. Stop talking about it. Hold on.
Can I interrupt for 2
almost
seconds?
their weekend?
So I just walked outside
No,
and
way.
turned around
Exactly.
and looked at the generator, and to the right of the generator there is a beautiful stone wall covered up by these horrendous, awful,
Which is?
giant U's. First of all,
I thought you was a
Why?
female sheep.
it's also a shrub, taxes.
And dear love them.
Why are we covering up the beautiful stone wall with these horrible shrubs? And why are we not just putting the sign in front of the beautiful stone wall instead of mounting it on the building? I'll just put that out there before anyone makes any decisions.
Okay.
Because it seems like it's a perfect, it's kind of like none of us have seen that wall and
There was, John did make a comment at one of the meetings that
Cut it
shrub
down.
is too high, growing into the
they're all
roof.
horrible. They're
Yeah.
they're horrible. They need to
And-
No good for the building.
go away.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
horrible. They're absolutely horrible.
Yes.
All those shrubs.
We
should
talked
be
about cutting
taken
the
down.
shrubs, but we did not talk about.
All in
We
favor?
are meeting with the school board
Oh, we will.
next
cut.
week.
So why don't you just stand out there, look at them, think about just taking them all away,
Mm-hmm.
They disappeared.
and then potentially,
No, we already talked to the school about it.
even if you weren't gonna put the sign there, you should just take those shrubs out.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did talk to the school. The school's in favor. We are
But-
doing that.
you might wanna just think about putting the sign there in front of the wall. I don't know. Just a
But we
thought.
did,
I haven't
we,
seen the
remember
wall.
at the, other meetings,
Standing
you
on
did
the
say it
ground.
was
Just be
like-
standing
Did
on
they
the
say,
wall.
did they
Yeah.
give us permission to
Yes.
take those trees out?
Yes.
That might be a good idea.
Cut it
For the
down.
wall.
Well, maybe or maybe
Remember
not.
our
You
wall
have to,
scene?
you have to have footings
I
in.
have to go look.
Well, we'll have to look
You
and
guys
see.
should just really look at it.
We'll
Thank
take a
you.
look.
Right.
We will take a look.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember, Lori, when we were at the joint meetings, we did talk about it, and then school did agree.
Did they say we can remove the trees?
Did, John said he was gonna go and cut them whenever he had time.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he said something about the windows and the school said it was okay. Looking at the, we had
Because
minutes
we
on that.
wanted
No,
to
we
know
had-
about safety, he talked
Wasn't
about
that
that.
was their meeting? Alright, so we'll have to look at it.
Well, we're gonna meet with them next week.
Yeah.
So,
So, either way, we're going to cut the house down, there's nothing to do with the sign.
Well,
we
if the sign
already
there-
made a motion on buying the sign and doing all that.
So that might be where the sign goes. We'll go look.
Now, we put it there, how far can you see it from?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
The
but it would
trees are in
save
the
it,
way.
We'll have to
it would
take a
save it
field trip.
putting on the building and.
Is there
select
windows?
board's gonna have to take a field trip.
Is there windows on the other side of the trees?
I think so.
In front of the classroom, there's
Yeah.
windows.
On the other,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Right now,
I don't know.
We're
Right
gonna
now,
go,
it's
we're
gonna
gonna go look at it anyway.
In 5
So
minutes.
until we do,
right,
Oh,
it
put
takes
it
5
that way.
minutes, right, exactly.
let's move on.
okay.
What do you want again?
Well, on the topic, well, County Road is quite a bit of partying going on up there. And now they're starting to burn the signs up there. They're stealing my pallets in my parking lot.
Oh,
I thought you had a,
camera.
yeah,
No, I don't think, I'll stay there and I guarantee you'll never see me
well, don't say that.
again.
Do you know?
But anyways,
I'll turn them in, I'll turn them in. I'll
yes,
do it.
yes,
I'd like to-
reprimand them.
But before I started, before I get law enforcement involved, I know, like, because if law enforcement comes here, they're gonna charge them.
No,
No, they won't.
Well, I thought, well, I recall they would.
No,
That's the
no.
sheriff's department,
So the-
not the state
Don't
police.
we don't have them.
Yeah, call state troopers for one, but if you call, I went down this road before, if you call, that's not our, you have no permission to call law enforcement. So you can call 911, you can call state troopers, you call the sheriff's, the dime's on you, not us.
I've already talked to,
Don't call the sheriff's.
I've talked to Fish and Game and I've talked to the Forest Service. It's gonna destroy,
Yeah.
you're destroying things up there.
All right, that must have been brand new, eh?
Doug's
What?
got
'Cause I was up
something here
there
too.
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
I totally agree with you. I read your post there. And it's kind of sticks in my craw too, because I'm up there a lot. It's a mess. One day last fall, before the bad weather came, I was up walking there, and short version of the story, I see this big black truck go by, a couple of young guys in it, mass place, and they were loaded with pallets. And I got the plate number. I posted it on one of the
You had the
Sites
plate
there.
number?
I had the plate number, that was quite a while ago, but anyway, what happened, I posted it on one of our town social
Yeah,
things there,
all right.
and, somebody responded and said, well, that's just kids going up there and it doesn't do any harm, and I sent back what I'm worried about. You get a bunch of drunk kids up there, and they're having fires, and you can see that. One of these days, the mountain's gonna go up, so it's a safety factor as well.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't know when it's happening, it could be any,
I
probably
think
the
it's
weekends.
Fridays and Saturday nights.
Well-
The state police were just up there with the fire department a week or two ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were in
There was
town.
a fight.
What
I
happened
heard
was,
that too.
what happened was, going back, I hadn't finished what I was saying there. It was funny, after I posted it, I went back up there, and at that time, they took the pallets. But that's a while ago, and apparently they're back to.
Yeah.
To doing.
If
the
you do
burn.
get a plate, let me know.
Oh, yeah,
I'll,
like I said, they went back up.
I
because-
will touch base, I'm sorry, Doug. I will touch base with state troopers and tell them that there's,
I'm gonna start fooling around with them and find out what it is.
okay.
It was funny, when they were coming back along the road, and I was down on the High Line, you could see them slow down and look, so after I posted, it, like you said,
Everybody's
wouldn't
gone up and backwoods in a couple of years and stuff. Starting to be, the garden
Yeah.
seems very bad up there.
So,
and you drive over that, if you're not careful, you got nails there, you got glass, it's
And
kind of
I
a,
heard also somebody got beat up or something.
that's David is saying, that must have been just recently, 'cause I went up about 3 weeks ago, I didn't see it. Must be just in the last couple of weeks.
No, it's been there. It's
Yeah.
been there. I'm up there a couple days a week.
Yeah,
It's
usually
there.
I go by it
Hmm?
once a week,
You
yeah.
get the wrong people coming along. The kid
Yeah, all right.
The parties is the one that got beat up.
Yeah,
What'd you say, Tim?
I'm guessing you're not gonna see that.
gotta be it for a while, yeah. So it'll probably end, but I'll go touch base with them.
They posted on social media, they're not that smart.
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks, Tom.
that's it? All right. Moving on, reading and approval of records and orders. You weren't here, so
No.
we'll move that till next meeting. Highway update, Dave,
We updated.
what's that?
So what are we updating?
East Road,
East Road, okay, East Road is now scheduled for September 4th.
okay,
It was originally
Right.
August 19th, and that didn't happen.
okay,
We've been working on the 2025 grant aid project on Sportsman's Road. Just got a stone line the ditches and regrade. And then call Tim Henderson from VCRC, let him know that's done, so he can do his part. And then I'm gonna start on the 2026 project, which is 3 more culverts, stone line ditching, and some gravel
on Sportsman.
on Sportsman.
What's left
They
on
should
East
be-
Road?
Chip seal.
Just a chip seal? Cause I went down the other day, oh crap,
It's nice.
that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Too bad
Yeah, I
it
got
doesn't
the 80,
stay.
no problem.
Too bad it
That's it?
doesn't stay. Too
That's
bad
it?
it doesn't stay, cause it looks so nice.
Yeah, well, we live in the Northeast.
Yeah. No, it's nice. I'm
So,
sure there's gonna be complaints about speeding.
Yeah, I expect that, the chip seal's not gonna be, people aren't gonna like that either for a
No.
while. Then it gets swept and,
Yeah.
it's what these roads are, so it's nothing.
Right.
They don't do the 8-months.
Not when you're just doing a shim and a chip seal. I mean, if we were doing an overlay, yes.
I'm just wondering, because, I mean, wouldn't that kind of undermine areas that are over the road right away?
Well, it's only supposed to be an inch chip seal, so it's not really. I mean, when you get into doing overlays, you got 3 inches, you gotta do the shouldering,
Mhm.
it's a whole different project and a whole lot more money. That's why we do these type of projects, it's a lot more economical.
so Dave, on Sportsman, you'll have 7 culverts installed when this is done, and that should hold up for a while on Sportsman. That road should be,
Well, we're gonna
that,
put
those
in,
culverts should be good for a while.
I'm anticipating putting in for a better bad roads grant for that other culvert that's an issue.
For the big one. Yeah. Other than that, okay, yep. What else do you have?
That's pretty much it. We've been smoothing some washburns here and there when we get a little bit of moisture to work with. We did a bunch of work on Whiskey Ranch. And, there's a little bit of mowing all the first pass mowing's been done, but some of the, the brush passes up on the class 4 we haven't really got to yet, but, that stuff's not as important as getting some culverts and great stuff done, so.
And the garage doors are
They're all
installed, they look
installed.
good. Do you know when the man door will be installed?
I don't.
And we don't have the money for any of that. We've got to file the grant paperwork for it. And I
And
think
reimbursed.
there's no, when is the time up? And there's no match for any of that either.
No match for that.
It's good grant.
I'm not sure about the timing, I'll have to check.
Okay,
I did a really good job installing doors. He was extremely meticulous, so
good.
very happy with it.
Who was that, Bennington,
North County
Should be overhead doors.
overhead door.
North County Overhead Doors?
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you have with roads?
That's it.
I had a person from Risky Ranch Road call and say the roads looked great, they were phenomenal. He just really wanted to compliment our highway department for doing such a good job.
Risky Ranch?
Well, I stand corrected, someone did say you did a good job.
We did what we could with it, but we did
Yeah.
replace, I wanna say 5 culverts up there.
Yeah.
So, and
It's nice.
we graded it, did a little ditching where it needed it, fit it in.
I had a little pep talk with them, said, no, try to take care of it, guys.
Yeah.
How is Klondike now? Because that's
Oh, beautiful.
good.
Klondike,
Yeah, I mean, Actually, we're gonna be up, after we get done with sports, I'm planning on going back up there, working on Klondike, doing some ditch work. We replaced the culvert before we moved.
Even mowed the lawn, or mowed the sides up there.
I
Yes.
mean, it's as good of a class 4 road as you probably.
Yeah, take a ride down Klondike, and when you get into Clarksburg, tell me which one's better.
Well,
Came up today, it's definitely climbed up.
Yep.
I don't go that way very much because of Clarksburg, not because of
Oh, it's
us.
awful, isn't it?
Yep.
you can feel the transition.
Exactly, and that's a regular road for them.
Clarksburg.
Then when you get down on the
Nice up there,
blacktop
get out of
in
the way of
Clarksburg,
rolling
West
down
Road,
to the brook.
holy crap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anything else, Dave? Highway?
Unless you have something.
Nope. We do have two or three applications for the laborer position. I'd like to discuss them in executive session and then, see what we're going to do and call them in for interviews, whatever. We'll discuss it and see what we want to do in executive session.
Mhm.
But we have two so far. Anything else? Anything else on highway? Recycling. Lori, you gave us the update.
So I gave you a copy of the current recycling update, the current recycling paperwork. So that you can take a look at it, go through, yeah, that one there.
Mm-hmm.
And, all of those pricing and, all that information will end October 31st. So you'll want to prepare, a new schedule starting November 1st.
Okay.
So be prepared maybe at the next meeting to make suggestions or changes.
I would just like to highlight the part where it says electronic waste is not accepted. So people will not be bringing their computers and laptops and TVs, because we just got a bill here for about $200. What?
I think the whole bill was about
800, yeah. But some of that was the monitor, the printer, the keyboard, the TVs. They could all be free if you bring them to Reedsboro or Searsburg or Bennington.
So how did we get them?
Does somebody let them in? Or snuck them in? I don't know. When somebody wasn't
Well, like a
watching, I don't
laptop
know.
or something like that, it's pretty easy to sneak
Yeah.
in.
So just put in the minutes, please bring those to a place that will accept them, and otherwise we're paying for them.
Isn't it Bennington taking stuff? I mean, on a specific day of the month.
Those
I
I
read
think,
somewhere.
those I think could go any time to Bennington, not the household hazardous waste.
Right.
And even
Electronics.
electronics, even Reedsboro will take them when they're open.
Why are we not accepting electronics in the form of the ones listed, but we're accepting appliances?
Appliances, some of those appliances we can scrap.
But
The
the
electronics, they have to be recycled.
they can go somewhere else.
We could accept them if we had a place to store them,
Okay.
but we don't.
But it don't go in the same box.
So, Dave, if you would look over the prices, I think compare it to this, or I can look them over.
Yeah,
I think we were okay.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, this recycling thing is,
I know. We just raised
yeah,
it and we're still losing our shirts.
Yeah.
And, you know, I understand that it's a service.
yeah, you're taking a beating, I don't.
Yep, I understand that.
Changing it or not changing it, it probably helps to go up a little bit at least every year. Just-
Well, when we did go up, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was a lot of percent.
Right.
If we went up a little bit every year, that would, nobody would even see it. They said,
Right.
oh geez, it went from 21 to 23, you know?
Yeah.
And we got one at $21, I don't know how the heck anybody got down to 21 instead of 20, but.
I don't know.
Yeah. But
What's it, on average, I mean, does anybody here use this?
No.
Use the recycling area?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Yep.
the whole thing? All, is that what you use all the time?
I use
Oh, you're-
Recycling on the week, and what do you mean?
recycling and
just-
trash.
All your garbage, it goes through.
if you were gonna throw away a refrigerator.
I'm
you
just
go-
wondering
No.
what that cost you.
It cost me
It's a lot cheaper to go somewhere else.
$40. It costs a senior. Lori, it would cost $95 to get the punch cards. And then she brings all her recycling.
That's for a year?
You get 50 punches. So it's either 95 or the senior rate is 40, and you get an access card with 50 punches. So for every bag you bring, they punch a card. So the more you recycle, the more you save, that's the incentive. And if you use up all the punches on your card, you come back and get another one. Some people make it through with just the 50 punches. Some people come back and need a second or a third time.
And you also can bring your compost there.
And then
Not
all the rest
that
is
we like it,
paid
but
by
it's the
by a
law.
la carte.
Oh, Jen, yes.
I was just wondering, so if you use just the recycling part of our thing and never use the trash part, do we have any way of being funded for that, or is it just?
So you still have to buy the access card for the $95, and then just recycle it for free. So unless you're throwing out furniture or big items, it's not that expensive.
Well, even at these prices, so I have a Demolino dumpster down there right now at that new building, and he told me what the prices are for the items not allowed in the dumpster. So a mattress and a refrigerator, and that all of the numbers he gave me are much higher than these numbers. So if I had time, it would be better for me to get this, go up here and dump them into this. I don't have time to do that. I mean, I don't even have, I have a dump sticker for North Adams with a trailer, and I just don't have time. But that, last time I did regular demo from a house, just a wood shingles, and that was right around, it's a 6x12 trailer, and that was right around $300 or something, not counting my permit that I have to pay for a year. So, and then not counting the time it takes to go do it. So these are good prices. I mean, anybody that complains about this, there's nowhere you can go to get a better deal
I mean, I pay like $30
for trash.
for demo.
Yeah.
Every year.
Right,
They
because
take everything.
yeah, they do.
I threw a big screen TV and the guy.
If you
I asked
ask
the guy-
him, he'll-
I asked the guy, I says, can I throw it in there? I take everything.
Yeah, but if you ask the owner of Demolinos, he might go, well, you're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to, because if they come into Vermont, they're supposed to be offering recycling.
So I had a trash
Offer.
guy down in North Adams. I won't mention the guy's name. He's out of business now. He doesn't do it anymore. But I won't make. He did this retired. They were good
Yeah,
guys, but one was at my house and one was at the shop. And the one at the house, I had barrels, and I had two tenants, two apartment houses that used it also. And he would take anything in a bag. It wasn't in a bag, he wouldn't take it. So we had little bicycles for the kids. We had a mop, stuff, and he would just take them out and he'd set them on the side. Pretty soon, I'm like, I'm getting pissed. I'm like, why aren't you taking it? So I picked it all up, put it in my truck, brought it to the shop, and threw it all in. And he goes, what are you doing? I says, I'm throwing all this away because you won't take it at the house. He goes, well, you're not supposed to throw it. I said, that's the same trash right there in front of me. It's the same truck. I can see it. It's my trash. And they would take, at the shop, they would take everything. So all that recycling was a bunch of bull.
Yeah.
But they told me they were doing, they didn't recycle. You know,
Yeah.
the same thing in North Adams. You bring
That's
your
not
dumpster
everything.
up, you dump it. I had a couch. You're not supposed
The
to have
only
a
thing
couch.
they don't want
Don't worry about it.
I bust them up. Complete couches, I busted them up.
Sure. Yeah, throw it right in.
No mattresses and no tires.
Right.
That's the only thing that they found.
Tires, you just keep stacking,
Yeah.
make a wall like together. Yeah, it's a good deal, but I do think that we should look at it, and say a percentage, you know, not a lot, but if we go up every year a little bit here and there, it's better than going up. We went almost double, didn't we?
For the,
The
Recycling,
access card.
yeah.
Yeah.
but the,
Not
we
much
can
on
see
those
what
ones.
I
Green,
think it was like $40, so we went to 95.
I mean, you can look at what we've had to raise in taxes to offset it and try to come up with something somewhere.
that's all, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But not everybody uses it either, so.
Well, that's the thing, when we talk about taxpayers, I don't use this, I pay for it.
Mhm.
You know, it's part of the service. I live on a main road, I don't use the roads, but I pay for it, you know? Is what it is.
Okay, we will do this for our homework. Recycling. Thank you, Jim. Update this. All right. Discussion, all boards meeting, it's gonna be September 11th, 6 o'clock here at the school. It's gonna be, just discussions, no motions, it's gonna be a work session. So Lori, if you can get everything out, that
Six,
invite the all boards.
Pretty sure we did say six already.
Correspondence.
Um, I don't have any correspondence.
Okay, good. Old business, I have dog update. Lori just gave me the dog updates, there's 3 people still on there.
Yep, we're down to 3 people.
You gonna put their names in the minutes again?
yeah, I just
Go
want
put
to
them
say
in the
mine.
minutes.
Go ahead, just read them all.
Bob Griggs, Jamie Kuza, and Anthony Waters. And if they do not register, or they got the letter, the $50 fine, and the next step, Luke will be sending tickets. So if you would let Luke know, motion to proceed that way, here it is, September.
You know what kind of dog a cruiser dog is?
What?
What kind of dog does it say? What kind of dog?
Oh,
I think their dog, they had dogs that are.
Dachshund and a Labrador Retriever.
Yeah, I think the dachshund's gone.
Gone, and they have extra dogs
They
now, right?
had probably other ones maybe, but.
Well, call Lori.
That's up on Tetro? Where is it?
Patton's big house.
Oh,
Call Lori. It seems like she got some calls already that, gee, the dog died, but this is like the 3rd notice, and
Oh,
$50
you start-
makes you stand up and take notice.
exactly, it's easy to call one, it's $50.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, if you let Luke know, and go ahead, proceed. Last meeting, we talked about, prettying up the schoolyard and flags and all that, and I did speak with the principal. She does have a new US flag that will be up for school, and there will be a Vermont flag coming. It's on order. And as far as taking the flag down at night, she said, we haven't been doing that, but she's working on it.
Well, you can also, if you illuminate it. too.
Right.
Right, so
Protocol.
I don't know which side, what she's working on,
You
but
want them solar lights?
Yeah.
there is one out there, but apparently, I don't think it works, I haven't seen
Of course, it
it.
used to be fun to have the kids go out and have a ceremony and take
It's
it down
nice.
and raise it. We used to
Yeah,
do
it's
that at
nice.
Savoy.
Teach them how to fold it.
And fold it,
Yep.
yes, okay. Old business, review draft employee policy handbook, could we just move that after new business?
Yeah.
You good?
Good.
What do we have for new business? I have, what do I have, school? Oh, new business. The principal sent us all an email and would like to invite one or more of you to meet with her and the superintendent on Tuesday, the 26th at 4:30 to walk the grounds of the Stamford School. They have several areas of concern on the property, and last year's building evacuations highlighted opportunities to improve our procedure. So
What time was
it is Tuesday, the 26th at 4:30. I'm not sure if I can make it, so if one of you,
I'm not sure yet. I have to look.
oh, she said the state
What?
police have identified several areas of concern on the property.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Somebody probably ought to tell Bob Briggs about that.
You know,
Can you send it to him?
one of the things we're meeting with them on the 11th, and they wanna walk on the 20th. Why don't they just tell us on the 11th what we gotta do?
Well, maybe ask her if we could do it on the 11th.
I mean, we're gonna be there on the 11th.
Yeah, just say, ask her.
Can't we just do a walk around at that time?
I don't know.
Although, didn't she say some state officials are coming down?
Does
The
the
principal, the
Oh,
superintendent,
all right, well, he can,
state police have identified.
Let him change his schedule instead of
sure,
us.
exactly.
The 26th.
If they want us there, it'd be nice if we could do it on the 11th.
9/11.
Yeah, if they wanna go 5:30 on right before.
What's that?
9/11.
Oh, they wanna do it before school starts.
Oh, that's the 26th. Oh, I thought it was
yeah.
the 20. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's August
All right.
26th.
Yeah.
I thought you said
Next week,
September.
next,
Never
very
mind.
next
Yep.
Tuesday.
Never mind.
Okay. And that's all I have for new business.
So, as a new business, I appointed Jean Kerfield as assistant treasurer, assistant town clerk. It's working out very well. Everything's new. You'll probably wanna talk about that in executive session and firm salary.
Okay. Okay, employee policy handbook, we did another work session this week. We've gone through several updates, much discussion with Dave, Mike, and us three, but nobody else is here to review this with us, so what do you wanna do?
What do I wanna do?
I'd like to
wanna
have,
I looked at the draft and I'd like to have it drawn up like we talked about, but, if you wanna wait for the other two selectmen, but I mean,
Well, there's a couple of
I don't wanna-
parts with holes, but
yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm saying, if we wanna do a final draft and look at it and can, you know how I feel about it, I'm in agreement with, giving the employees their just due and making sure that everything's on paper and getting rid of the contradictions that we had in there before and the repeating that we had in there before, where like you said, it was just kinda added and clean it up a little bit.
yeah,
But yeah, I have no problem with the small things that we mentioned for, change.
I would,
So if you wanna do a final draft and vote on it, that's fine. But I mean,
I think I'm done working on it too.
I'm done. Yeah, we did 2 sessions at 2
Yeah.
hours apiece.
So when we have a full board, I'd like the full board to look at it and be done with it.
Can you get a final draft that we can all agree on?
yes, well,
So what hole do we,
I think you had the per diem you were saying?
those are things that we were just gonna look up definitions of what the
So when
state.
you talked about the per diem, I had added it into the paragraph that we started talking about, and then when I went to insert it, it's like, it doesn't belong there. Maybe we just wanted to add a definition and not really stick the word in there.
But we're able to use it if we need to.
Is this a per diem?
Yeah,
Where we
she's
were
doing the
saying
definition.
Because we wanted to put all 3 terms,
So, but the
temporary, per diem, and then,
and we wanted to add that, so I put that into the beginning where the terms are.
okay.
But the paragraph that brought it to our attention actually gives workers like PTO time. And a per diem guy
Doesn't.
We
doesn't
get nothing.
get
Okay.
PTO
Yeah.
time, so when I went to stick it in, it didn't make sense. So that should
And that's been working out pretty easy anyways, so we don't have to really.
really rock that boat.
That very few times that we do that is with the same guy.
I mean, there were different ways of how you wanted to consider your overtime after 40, just saying holidays and weekends or just Sundays. Those are different options that need to be ironed out.
Okay.
So most of it can be just ready to go to approve, but there's a couple of things that you guys need to hash out and decide.
I'm, Lori's gonna kill me. She's not gonna talk to me now.
That's okay.
The overtime, it was brought up that perhaps the select board secretary should get overtime because Lori is both, and she does both. But she doesn't have to do both.
Correct. And I thought we decided that that wasn't going to be,
I thought we took it out.
right?
Did we take it out or did we leave it in?
Figure
Well,
it, and then you were gonna vote on it.
we talked about it, I don't know, I had to go to the window a couple of times, so I missed bits and pieces.
Okay.
So,
Cause I know we did say if someone else did it versus you doing it.
Because if someone else worked 40 hours or 48 hours, that's a lot of overtime. I mean, that's a lot of work for a secretary.
So we're, right, so she's doing both jobs, but if we did hire someone just to do that one job, which we wouldn't get anybody anyway, but you know how that works, it would be a separate job. Again,
But it's a similar like job in the same office and it's beyond her normal working hours. So I thought we added that in there and you can either yay or nay.
Right.
But it should be there for you to yay or nay.
So even on the top of page 3, when the town clerk, treasurer, and select board secretary positions are held by the same employee, the employee should be paid overtime wages at a rate of time and a half. So that could come out. We got it in 2 places, is it? Am I reading that right? Hourly wages will be paid for select board secretary. And then we
read
got
that
it
one
up to
again, doesn't say select board secretary though.
Town clerk, treasurer, and select board secretary.
Oh, it does, okay.
Yeah,
So that's already in there now. It's
I
already
don't
there.
know if you wanna just have that in as a position with, like, if it's not me,
It says by the same, when it's held by the same person, overtime is available. When it's not, therefore,
It
when it's
shouldn't-
not, then overtime is not. We don't need to put that in there. When it's not, it's not.
right.
You haven't met this criteria, so it's not there. You don't need to write it down.
You're gonna set the normal rate for it anyway. That's how you come up with the time and a half rate, so you're.
So we're just gonna take this whole thing out, or just, we're still?
Are we
considering
taking, well,
or what?
are we taking them both out? Well, up for discussion. Select board secretary, overtime hourly wages will be paid.
That is already in that. So
Yeah.
if we hired a person by themselves, I'd say no. How are they ever gonna get overtime?
I know, take that out.
I mean, what did we say? An average meeting goes 2 hours, and if you go more, you get overtime? Well,
No.
then the select board should too.
No.
I'll talk forever.
And do we wanna
take
keep
it
it
out
on?
of 3, take it out of 2, and take it out of 3.
I agree, take it out of 3.
Just
Take it out of there too.
So
It's
we're,
been fun, guys, but I'm gonna pass on the edit.
why?
Okay,
Have a good night.
take
then
it out
Take
of
care,
here.
Bill. Bill, that was me
Select
waving
board
to you the other
secretary.
day. You didn't even
Yep.
wave back.
okay, just,
Your wife was driving up on your road. I was coming down with the Jeep.
you went up here too?
Well, that's, Mike says no.
If she was driving, I was.
She was driving. Yeah, you were.
Pay overtime wages for the time and a
Take care, Bill.
half hours worked for select board assistant.
Why would you
Oh,
take
it's
it out of
select
that?
board
I wouldn't take it out
Right.
of this one. I'd just take it out of this one. The other one. I'd leave it on that one. Cause that is saying that if it's held by the same person, all 3 jobs, then she's eligible for overtime.
Okay. let's see.
The
So,
other one,
okay,
Take it
so
take the.
every
select-
time that Lori works for us here on every other Thursday night, that's overtime, time and a half.
This is what we're saying, we're gonna vote on.
Question vote, okay. The only thing is, Lori, we got select board secretary and select board assistant,
Alright, should be the same.
should be the same.
So take out the assistant?
So take out secretary, one or the other, whatever you
You
go.
got assistant, put in secretary, I don't
Okay.
care.
SEC,
I don't care.
minimum pay,
Yeah,
this
let me make sure I
compensation.
got that right. Select board. Okay,
Take
oh,
out
take out,
assistant.
just take out.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
Move from page 6, so you're just moving around, cleaning them
So
up.
they were in 2 different spots, so I
Yeah.
moved them over and compared them, and then I
Then the holidays, we added those, have to be voted on.
3 holidays. That the rest of the state of Vermont pretty much takes. School's closed. The
Post
highway,
office-
part- the
Post
state,
office is
the
closed.
state's closed, yeah. We got, look, it is what it is, if it snows, things got it. And Laurie puts in her 40 hours, whether she does it at home or comes down here, she's putting in her 40 hours in there no matter what. It's just when the office is open, you still gotta do your job. You're still gonna do payroll for him and all that, you know what? You got Martin Luther King Day off, you still gotta do the work, you know?
Still gotta do
It's
the
like we
work.
were talking, when we go on vacation, all of us, when we come back, none of our job was done, it's still there, you know? It's just the way it is, you know?
The exception to this would be the road commission will have equal time off. We took that out. The other thing is, we're talking about maybe compensate for the road commissioner for being on duty, but that's not part of the employee handbook. That would be salary
Yeah,
in executive session or something.
I thought we already beat that up too, that Dave's like, don't worry about it. Am I right?
Wow.
You were saying, when you're on call, when do I start charging you? And bottom line is the town couldn't afford when you should be starting to charge us.
I have on years, I have what I think is a fairly reasonable.
Remember we
proposal.
talked about maybe a bonus or something? Yeah,
I have a fairly reasonable proposal for you, we can discuss it. in
yeah,
executive
that's a whole
session.
separate issue
Good.
from this.
So should that come out of this, it's not gonna be part of the handbook? Top of page 3.
Yes, because that would be something that when the supervisor is hired, we would set a contract with the supervisor and that would be his duties. Right now, we have a supervisor. In 8 years, we have a new supervisor. I'm just using a number. I'm
Yeah.
not pushing you out, but it's been talked about. If we had a new supervisor, that doesn't necessarily mean we would give that same contract to the new person.
Right,
You know, we could negotiate down the road.
so that part would not be in the employee handbook.
I don't think so.
What are you taking off then, Lori? What?
Top
Oh,
of page 3, the third paragraph.
yeah, it's compensation on duty during, the road commissioner will receive a stipend. Yeah, we don't want it in there.
This here?
Yeah,
Okay, just take that right
yeah, not here in the employee.
out. I see, it's good, yeah, okay. I see.
That would be when we discuss salaries there. So if you give us a clean draft
Alright.
and have the,
So then the only thing that are still or is how you wanna look at the overtime. Everything else I think is just,
Right, you can put it in, highlight what we're proposing the change would be, and then we can vote yay or nay on the changes, and that's it. Then we can go down to 4 different changes or 5 changes we have down there, and if there 3 are passed, we'll know, and then that's it. We can vote on it next meeting.
Yep.
And we email it to all the selectmen, they have time to look at it.
tell them to read this
You know,
over very
They're
carefully.
not gonna be here and they have suggestions, write it in a letter so we'll know. I mean, they can also call. They're also, because nothing against the selectmen that aren't here. I'm saying that we've kicked it down the road again.
Yep.
2 work sessions during the day. And I don't wanna have to kick it down the road again, that's all. It's not about, whether or not they are here tonight. I mean, I took a couple weeks off too. But I just want it to be, I don't wanna keep kicking it down the road.
so you wanna have kind of a almost final version ready to sign, or do you wanna be able to still see all these
Or-
changes?
or-
to go
or.
through?
You
Yeah,
could
I
have
wanna see-
or we can make the motion, whether we sign it or not, we can sign it, we can make that motion.
We
that
don't have
night.
to sign it physically that night.
Right, and then we can
Yep.
come in on our own time and sign it.
Mhm.
Got it.
correct?
Once it's approved, it's approved,
Right,
whether we
we've done,
sign it or
right,
not.
we've done that before, where we say, okay, we
Yep.
made the motion, we passed that, this is what we passed, and then while we're driving by, we can stop and sign it.
Yep. Okay, any other new business, old business, any business?
It's none of your business.
All right, I make a motion to go into executive session. I would, for personnel matter, and I would like Lori and Dave.
Let's do Laurie and Dave first, and then when Dave's done, he can go home, and we'll just do Laurie.
Yeah.
Because the second one's,
Yeah.
is a litigation.
And the litigation, is there
Yeah.
anything on that? No,
Nothing is-
okay.